Oi, you dingle hopper! I need that risotto up on the past stat! And it better not contain any of the following bottom 5 mushrooms I have in your mushroom risotto. Come on then! Ah, the risotto. The dish that gets Gordon Ramsay's britches all the way knotted up when it's not up on the pass exactly when he wants it to be. The mushroom risotto is a classic Italian dish comprised simply of arborio rice, stock, a few cubes of butter, a little parmesan, and of course, mushrooms. With such a simple recipe, the quality of the ingredients will be the difference between a so-so dish and a true culinary experience. With so many mushroom varieties out there, it's easy to kind of just pick some out willy-nilly, and while trying new and different varieties will help you develop a more discerning palate, some options might just be better off left in the garden. So today, we'll be breaking down the bottom 5 mushrooms that don't need to go into your mushroom risotto. And let's kick things off with number 5, which is button mushrooms. Chances are, if you're making a mushroom risotto, you're also trying to impress somebody, and the easiest way to leave them unimpressed is by using the most basic mushrooms you can find. Just look a little to the left or a little to the right of these guys, and you'll find options that are far heartier and full of flavor, such as the cremini mushroom. They're closely related to the button mushroom, so you can cook them basically the same way, but the results are going to be far superior and more flavorful. Or for better variety, perhaps try a roasted portobello mushroom. Just cook it off in the oven for 30 to 45 minutes, a little olive oil, slice it up, use it as garnish with a little parsley, and there you go. Both far superior options that'll have the lady or fella in your life going, wow, you can really cook. Now let's smooch. Number 4, the deadly dapperling. Adding these dapperlings to your risotto will leave you with a result that's anything but dapper. They're mostly found in China or Europe, so you might be thinking adding a more worldly varietal of mushroom will make you yourself seem more worldly, which it might, until the vomiting kicks in. Generally speaking, poisoning your date isn't a great way to get a second date, unless you're a true sociopath trying to lure them back with the antidote, which, don't. Also, a doctor is a much better option to go to in this situation, followed immediately by the police. The mushrooms you might be thinking about using here are called the Grey Knights, which closely resemble deadly dapperlings, but are perfectly edible. I'm gonna go on a limb here, make the assumption that you're probably not a mushroom expert, so instead of risking mixing these two up, perhaps try something like shiitakes. Just cook them up until they're golden brown and they'll be a perfectly cohesive part of this dish. Number 3, deadly web caps. As a general rule of thumb, you don't want something with the word deadly mixed in with your risotto, even if you think the results are going to be so good that they're worth dying for. These are generally found in the Pacific Northwest and the upper part of the British Isle, similar to chanterelles, which are fantastic cooked in a little brown butter with some rosemary and thyme. These, however, will shut down your kidneys. Both kidneys, you might be asking? And the answer is yes. You can survive with 1, but 0 isn't enough. And let me tell you, nothing kills a mood like a dialysis machine. Number 2, destroying angels. While the goal might be to make something that tastes angelic, these mushrooms will go ahead and make real angels. Widely considered the second most poisonous mushrooms, these are actually first in terms of causing fatalities. As we've already established, we want our risotto to be more of a dish that you can enjoy time and time again and less of a last meal situation. These would also just be a terrible addition to the meal since they're basically toxic button mushrooms. Just to really nail this point home, a good mushroom risotto should have 1, hearty flavorful mushrooms, and 2, not shut down the liver and kidneys of the diner. When cooking, sometimes simple is just better. Make sure the other ingredients are of high quality as well. For example, the parmesan. You want a good Reggiano or Grano Padano to really help bring out the umami flavor. And in at number 1, you have the death cap. These are actually the most poisonous mushroom, and once again, they have the word death in them, which is a telltale sign to avoid. Not proceed with caution or yield, straight up avoid. They're mainly found in Europe, but lately they've been starting to pop up in places in BC. They're quite large, so if you stumble upon one, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, I just need one and I'm set. And in a way, you are. If you do go the wild mushrooms from interior BC route, a better option would be morels. They do have a fairly short season, lasting only from mid to late spring, so timing their usage is fairly important. Equally important is to make sure they're cleaned out properly because they're hollow and have a lot of webbing going on. It may seem like a bit of a hassle, but the rich nutty flavor and appearance will just add that extra pizzazz to your risotto without resulting in any extra corpses being made. So with all that being said, death caps are the bottom mushroom you should be considering putting in a mushroom risotto this mushroom season. And there you have it. If you like this, maybe hit the like button, subscribe, perhaps share this with your local mushroom forager, and oi, where's that risotto I asked for? It's been nearly 10 minutes already. Oh, we gotta start this meal all over again, we do. Right, well, I gotta tend to this situation, and I'll see you next time. Bloody hell.